Good morning, class. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Today is Tuesday, 15th December 2020. Your topic is the Elves and the Shoemaker. Open your Read Now Books page number 90. Today we will start our new chapter, The Elves and the Shoemaker. Write classwork and short date 15, 12, 20. Noun should be circled and verb should be underlined. See, this is the picture of elves. This is a picture of a shoemaker. Long, long ago, there lived a shoemaker and his wife. They were honest and hardworking. They were also kind to those who needed help. See, long, long ago there lived a shoemaker and his wife. They are honest and hardworking. Shoemaker is a noun, so circle it. Times were hard and work was very scarce. The shoemaker became poorer and poorer until he had no food and no money. Underline walk and circle money and circle food. Times were very hard and work was very scarce. Scarce means fear. The shoemaker became poorer and poorer until he had no food and no money. All he had left was just enough leather. What is leather? Leather is a material made from skin of an animal to make one pair of shoes. One evening, the shoemaker cut. Cut is a verb which shows an action. Out the shoes, all ready to make the next day. He left the pieces of a leather on the table. Table is a thing, so we circle it. Tired and weary. Tired and weary. What is the meaning of weary? Showing extreme tiredness. He went to bed. In the morning, the shoemaker rose. Rose, which shows an action. It's a verb. Early, to start work on the shoes. To his great surprise, he found that they were already made and standing side by side on the table. He picked them up and looked at them very carefully. They were so well done that he could not find one single bad stitch in them. That same morning, a man came in to buy a pair of shoes. You can see in this picture, a man came to buy a pair of shoes from the shoemaker. When he saw how well they were made, he paid the shoemaker a good price. The shoemaker was now able to buy leather for 2 pairs. Again, he cut them out in the evening, meaning to rise early the next day to finish them. There was no need, for in the morning, 2 lovely pair of shoes stood on the table. These shoes were soon sold, and the shoemakers bought leather for 4 pairs. He cut them out at night and laid out the pieces as before. When he came down in the morning, the shoes were finished and ready for sale. Do reading of this half chapter and send me your voice record. Thank you so much. Good morning, class. How are you all? Today is Wednesday, 16th December 2020. Your topic is the Elves and the Shoemaker. Today we will do reading of the remaining chapter. Open page number 87 of your Read Now books. Now we will do the reading of remaining chapter. Write short day 16/12/2020. This went on day after day. So good was his trade. What is the meaning of trade? The meaning of trade is buying and selling goods. That the shoemaker soon became very rich. One evening just before Christmas, he said to his wife, "My dear, I would like to find out who is helping us. Let us sit up tonight and watch." That evening they hid himself. What is the meaning of hid? The meaning of hid is put or keep out of sight. In a corner of the workshop at midnight. What is the meaning of midnight? Midnight means after 12 o'clock at night. Two little elves came running into the room. See, these are two little elves. They climbed up on the table. What is the meaning of climbed? Climb means moving upward with effort on the table and took up the piece of leather. Then they began to stitch and sew and hammer. What is the meaning of stitch? The meaning of stitch is a loop of thread. See, this is the picture of stitch and sew. Stitch means a loop of thread and sew means join. And hammer. What is the meaning of hammer? A tool with heavy metal is known as hammer. They worked so well and so fast that in a short time all the shoes were done. As soon as they were finished, they jumped off the table and ran away. Next morning, the shoemaker said to his wife, "Those little elves have been very kind to us. What can we do to show our thanks?" "I have a good idea," said his wife. "It is very cold, and I will make them warm clothes. You can make them nice little shoes." When everything was ready, the shoemaker and his wife laid the clothes and the shoe on the table. Then they hid to see what the little elves would do. At midnight, they came running into the room, ready to begin work. Instead of piece of leather, they saw a pretty little clothes and shoes. They shouted with joy. Joy means happily, and put them on. So after they left singing and dancing, everything went well with the kind shoemaker and his wife. They were rich and happy for the rest of their lives. Do reading of this chapter and write 10 nouns and 10 verbs on your English grammar notebooks and send me the feedback. Write and learn dictation words also.